Mustang, the ancient kingdom of Lo, is one of the most fascinating regions of Nepal. Well known amongst travellers for its Buddhist and Tibetan heritage, in sight of the Himalayan giants of Dhaulagiri and Annapurna, Mustang is a high-altitude desert, crisscrossed by canyons and erosions. Water here has always been precious. A network of canals, dug in the centuries by men, have brought it to villages and fields, permitting agriculture and human survival. The Kali Gandaki, the river that crosses the deepest gorge on earth, brings Mustang's water south towards the Ganges. But water in some areas of Mustang is disappearing fast. In the last 10 years, the people of De, a village of 25 families at an altitude of 4,000 meters, have lost to drought 50% of their fields of barley and wheat. A 1-hour walk uphill from the village brings to the former springs of Nevrema, now completely dry. In the village, where most fountains are dry, several houses have been abandoned by their inhabitants, who have had no other choice but to migrate. Pasangurung, the village chief, predicts that in a few years, all De will have been abandoned. Abandoned fields are easy to see also around Lomatang, the ancient capital of Mustang. The village of Samsong, near to the Chinese border, is in the same condition of De. Drought is a serious enemy also for the nomads who live in the Mustang's highlands with their yaks. But water can also be too much. In the summer of 2011, exceptional rains brought by the monsoons have induced landslides and floods and have destroyed many traditional houses made of dried mud and wood. Chakraprasang Gurung, a resident of Titang village, tells us how the collapse of his house has killed his wife.
Just a little work has been done in the Himalayas. So I think more research work need to be done in the futures to better understand the impact of climate change in the region.
Climate change is really happening in this region.
I would say the symptoms of climate change which is happening, and people, institutions like WWF, which I work for, are very much concerned on that.
To understand what happens in Mustang, one has to travel east to the foothills of Mount Everest. Here, an Italian laboratory nicknamed the Pyramid because of its shape, is a center of studies on atmosphere and pollution. In 2011, some instruments have been installed at 8,000 meters on the south col of Everest.
There are two major factors contributing to climate change. On the one hand, we have greenhouse gases, which is warming the planet. We call it global warming. On the other hand, we have these brown clouds, which is also contributing to climate change. On the one hand, the brown clouds heat the air and add to the greenhouse warming.
The concentration that we measured at the Nepal Climate Observatory are due to high pollution that cover Indo-Gangetic Plain.
We are planning to start modeling activity under EVK2CNR. Up to now, EVK2CNR has only done measurements, and with modeling we can tie up different measurement stations, and also with models you can link it for policy making.
The journey towards Mustang is long. After flying to Jomson, one has to travel by jeep to Gagbeni, trek on an ancient caravan route to Terang, and ride a horse to the Gali Gandaki and De. Fording the river is never easy and becomes impossible during the monsoon. The people of De want to rebuild their village in Tangshing, a 4-hour walk below. They have planted 400 apple trees and now have to build new houses and a 2-kilometer-long irrigation channel. They work hard, they are cheerful, but they need help. We hope they will receive it. De and its people must not die.